and welcome back to another episode of r/Am I the Asshole? If you are new here or you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, and titles are on the screen, and we'll get into it with an Am I the Asshole, because I think it's stupid they make us clean the cafeteria when we hire people to do it. I'm young, entitled, but curious if I sound like a complete asshole. So at my middle school, obviously we eat lunch. After lunch, a different class each week is designated to clean up the entire cafeteria. This sucks because we lose class time to take tests, and for obvious reasons, I just don't want to do it. I think it's really stupid that we have to do any of it besides throw out our trash because our school pays people to do it. Why should I have to do somebody else's job when they literally get paid money to do this? Our school pays people to clean up the cafeteria, but no, the students have to do all the work. I might sound like an asshole, but I don't really know, so comment away. Yes, your first 3 words summed it up. You are young and entitled. I don't know what it's like. I'm assuming this person's in America or some other country. I don't know what it's like over there. But in Australia, students usually help clean up around the school. Like, my daughter in primary school helps clean her classroom every single day. Because they mess it up, they can help clean it up. It allows you to take more pride in your school because you're actually contributing to making it a nicer looking place. Like, yes, you're an asshole. Am I the asshole for putting a $500 doll on our credit card? Wife pissed. Well, this all started about 2 years ago when I saw something called a ball-jointed doll on Tumblr. I was instantly in love. Since then, I've obtained 5, ranging in price from $100 to $250, not including clothes, wigs, etc. My wife, I'm also female by the way, has been supportive of my hobby as far as I knew. However, one doll eluded me, my holy grail doll, limited edition, long discontinued, and almost impossible to find, until last week. I found it for sale for $500. This was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If I ever find one again, it won't be this good of a price. I had to act fast before someone else bought it. I put it on our emergency credit card. When the doll arrived, I stupidly didn't hide the invoice, and my wife saw how much it cost. She was pissed. She asked where I got that much money short notice, and I told her I used the card. She was much more pissed. She said I would ruin our credit. I said that I promise I will pay every extra cent I get after bills towards it until it's paid off. No fun purchases, no alcohol, not even any takeout until it's paid. Apparently, it will still ruin our credit. But isn't this the exact sort of thing credit is for? She then dropped the bombshell that she now hates the dolls, thinks they're creepy, and doesn't want them in our bedroom. Until now, she liked the dolls just fine and was glad I have a hobby. I have to keep them all in my home office, which sucks because I like to keep the dolls close to me while I sleep and cuddle with them at night while we watch TV. She said if I want to sleep near the dolls, I can sleep in my office, which is actually a closet. I can't lay down. She wants me to return the doll, but I can't because this is literally a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get this doll. Am I the arsehole? Holy fuck yes. There should have been no reason for you to, like you said, I stupidly didn't hide the invoice. You were going to keep a $500 purchase from your wife? Like, couples who are married should have their finances shared, right? So that's just not your money that you're saying you're going to be paying it back with. That's money that you share. So you're saying, oh, no fun purchases, no alcohol, not any takeout, right? Not even any takeout also applies to her, right? So she can't go and have fun things because you are now limiting that. Because you decided to be selfish and spend $500 that you knew you couldn't afford, right? This is not an emergency to use your emergency credit card for. That is for like, oh fuck, my car is broken. I need $500 to fix my car or I can't get to work. Like, that's an emergency. Oh shit, I've had this really massive medical emergency. That is an emergency. Oh fuck, we've got a really expensive bill and we need to have it covered. That's an emergency. Like, not a doll that you could eventually get later in life. Like, to be honest, I don't think you should return the doll. if you think this doll is such a steal for $500, I would expect you to sell it for more than what you paid for it, and then pay off the credit card debt in full. And no, I don't think your wife is out of line, because you intended to keep the purchase a secret from her. And the whole, she liked the dolls just fine. She never liked the dolls. She was just being supportive because she loves you. But you then went and ruined it by spending $500 behind her back. So this post is a decent long one, but the title is, Am I the Asshole for Blackfacing? And I really don't feel like anything that they say could change from, yes, you're the asshole. You can play any role that you want to as the race you currently are. And if you're not sure whether or not, so say you're playing an alien or something, it works really simply. Is the color of their skin the same color as a different human race? Yes. Don't paint yourself that color. No. Paint yourself that color. Like, you can paint your face blue to be an Avatar alien or whatever. I never actually saw that movie. Or you could paint your face bright green if you want to be Elphaba or from Wicked, you know. But don't do black, don't do brown. Just don't. And the next one is, am I the asshole for asking my mum to surrender her dog? So the opportunity has come for me to move back home and for both my wife and I to work. The only problem is childcare. Anyone who has kids knows how expensive childcare can be. So with that being said, I asked my mum to move in with me, with the only condition being that she can't bring her dog. Now, I'll admit, the first time I asked her, I initially didn't ask her to give up her dog, which was my mistake. Now, I have no problem with dogs. I actually love dogs. Her dog, however, can be a problem. For starters, she's reclusive to the point where she can get aggressive if approached or touched by anyone unfamiliar. My young kids, 4 and 1, can get pretty handsy with the dog we have now. The younger one especially likes grabbing balls of fur, ears and her tail. We do teach her not to do these things, but 1-year-olds don't follow directions too well. Thankfully, the dog we have now takes it in stride, and if they bother her too much, she just goes to a different room and that's the end of it. The other thing is, the dog has an incredibly weak bladder. Apparently, it was a bad spay job that messed it up, so she drips pee and doesn't even realise it. My mum lets the dog on the couch and the inevitable happens. She pees on the couch, which my mum does clean, but that's a tough scent to get out. She pees on the carpet, bed, furniture, which has led my mum's house to smelling like dog pee, and I can't stand it. My mum has been by herself for years now, with only the dog to keep her company. I understand that she has an emotional connection with the dog, and I understand why she is so reluctant to give her up. She has told me that she believes that she is the only person who understands the dog and that no one could take care of her the way that she needs it. I understand what she is saying, but what bothers me is that she has given our other dogs up before. One of them was around for 8 years before she decided she could no longer take care of it. The other was a lab that she loved, but he kept finding ways to get out of the yard and run away. I also told her that I don't feel 100% comfortable with her babysitting because of all of this. Unfortunately, my mum has taken my refusal to take her and the dog as me making her choose between her grandkids and the dog, which isn't true. It kind of sounds like it to me though. My mum struggles heavily financially, and I see this as a way for us to benefit each other. I wouldn't ask her to pay rent or any utility. I just want her to watch the kids in exchange. Hell, I would even pay her for watching them. I love my mum more than anything, and I'm not upset with her. I have empathy for the dog, but not enough for me to take her in. Please tell me, am I the asshole? Edit, just to be clear, the deal isn't give up your dog or you can't see your grandchildren. The deal is she can live with us rent-free in exchange for watching our kids. The only stipulation is that she can't keep the dog here. She would always be welcome to visit her grandchildren. Also, we'll be paying her for watching the kids. Yeah, you're an asshole. Your mum doesn't have to live with you to look after your kids for one. And I feel like you're just trying to take advantage of her in this. Like, it's very eerily similar to what my bitch mole of an auntie did to my grandparents. And that ended with nobody in the family wanting anything to do with her for the last, I think it's been about 15, 20 years now, that no one has wanted anything to do with her, and most of us kind of just wishes she'd die in a hole. That's very, very similar to what you're trying to do with your mum. You can't demand that she give up her dog so that way you can have your cheap babysitter. And I hope, honestly, she chooses not to if you're going to be like that. And the last one for today is, am I the asshole for saying, I'm just asking? This is a sometimes frequent issue between myself and my significant other, and when I attempt to explain myself, it usually becomes a worse problem, so I'd like to know if I'm the asshole. This just happened. Aside from a break to have lunch with my family, my significant other has been playing games today and I've been working. Days we don't interact much. I try to check in to see if she needs anything or whatever. Just that little, hey, you doing okay kind of deal. A little while ago, I was wrapping up for the day and hadn't checked in for a bit, so I was like, hey, you gonna keep playing games or what's up? She asks why I'm asking. And I'm like, I'm just checking in. Okay, but why are you asking? I'm just asking. Then she says why again, gets testy. I'm like, dude, I'm just checking in to see what you're doing. She asks why again, is angrier, etc. Nobody likes to repeat themselves, so then it devolves into her almost yelling about how nobody just asks that. Did I want to do something? Like, what is my reason? I'm like, I was literally just checking in, which I said, so the additional reason didn't exist. I just don't get it. If I try to explain my thought process, I'm calling her an idiot or trying to win. Once she cops an attitude, she just keeps the attitude, even if I'm no longer being testy. And I'm like, your tone is completely unnecessary. Like, I'm just trying to tell you where I was coming from. But then her opinion is that I refuse to see her side. I understand that repeating yourself is tiresome, but I don't get how my answer isn't an answer when that's the answer. Am I the asshole here? I have a feeling that it's your wording and tone that's making her pissed off, because you went up to her and you said, are you gonna keep playing games or what's up? That's not, hey, what are you up to? That's, hey, you're still playing games? Are you still going to be playing games? Are you gonna stop playing games now? Like, that's how it comes across to me. And I know text doesn't convey tone and stuff, but the way that it's worded, I don't feel like there's many ways that you could change the tone and stuff that would make it sound not like, oh, you're still playing games. Yeah, if you really just want to check in, just be like, hey, what are you up to? Need anything? And the whole like, I'm just asking being an answer, that's not an answer. Like, why are you so fat? What do you mean, why am I so fat? Oh, I'm just asking. Like, is that a good enough excuse for that? No, it's not. So why would you think it wouldn't be infuriating when you're saying that as like a justification for basically saying like you're lazy and playing games? Because that's kind of how it comes across. So yeah, I would say you're the asshole in this one. And that is it for this episode. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please hit that like button. If you agree or disagree with what I've said, let me know and why. And I will see you in the next one.